Hi, Cancer. Welcome to Beauty Soul Tarot. I hope you're doing well. So, this is going to be a reading for Cancer and any placement that you have in the sign of Cancer. So, if you have Cancer in the 8th house, then this would apply to your 8th house. It just depends. This is for mid-January 2026 for the sign of Cancer. I'm working on getting a new camera and um, and also just better quality stuff, better quality imaging and things like that. Okay, Cancer, mid-January. This card came popping out. So doing multiple things at once. I'm just going to put it back. Cancer, mid-January 2026. The Page of Voices in reverse. Yes, okay. So, yeah. There is something that you are not too focused on, like you're not paying attention to the details of something. You're letting it be free with what it is. You are showing up being very outspoken about how you feel and about what you want. You are not, like, there's something about the details and how them not being in perfection that you are focused on. We have the Muse of Voices. So this is like the Ace of Swords. And yeah, it's coming through like very clear, cut and dry. Like, this is what it is. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. So that's very interesting. And you're letting things are freely flowing. They're freely flowing. And you are certain that there's certain things to share and certain things not to share. This is very emotional for you. Very emotional. It's like you have to be strong with your emotions, and you understand that. And then it feels like there's a bit of there's some chaoticness going into whatever this is. I feel like somehow there's, I wouldn't say a block, but in a way, it's not so much a block. It's more like precision with what you have to do. The Devil. Cancer. What's going on with Cancer? Muse of Inspiration in reverse. Yeah. I feel like something is really hard to feel excited about. Or to feel motivated, like something is clearly not exciting or it's clearly not that interesting. You're like, let's just I imagine you say, okay, well then we'll just do this. This is really complex. It feels like there's a lot of extra stuff going into this. I feel like you're dressed up, like metaphorically speaking, like you have just random things hanging in random places, random locations, random colors. and it's like a self-expressive, it's a way of self-expressing, because it's like you can't really go a certain direction. What's interesting though is that you're being led into the light more than you would be into like a darker aspect of things. Cancer. Yeah, the Lovers in reverse. The Ace of Materials in reverse. I feel like you feel separated completely. Like separated completely from someone. And I'm noticing how like the arms, it looks like a very outwardly exposed stretch. Like, or not outwardly exposed, but the stretch is like really like displaying itself, like too much stretching, that kind of thing. And this is about all that you like. This is about something very set in stone financially or practically. You're trying to keep the peace because I notice her eye like closed very gently. You're trying to keep the peace in some way. It feels like okay. It's like something isn't really working, like it's not as exciting. You feel disconnected. I feel like this is you just sitting there doing what you're doing. You could be dressed up, but there is a sense of disconnection. So you're holding on to the moments that you do have that bring you peace. Okay, let's try to see what else we can find here. Cancer. Mid-January 2026. New Year's. The new year has passed. The beginning of it. Cancer. Okay, that one wants to come out. The Eight of Emotions. So that's leaving something behind. I feel like you feel something's kind of like empty. She's just in the middle of nowhere right there. Empty. What is going on with Cancer? Five of Inspiration. Leave it. Okay. The Muse of Voices once again. The Ace of Swords. Okay, so this is now coming through saying that something is empty, or that there's nothing to gain from it. It's also gracefully, like, there's a graceful path for you. A truthful path. And you're just waiting. I feel like you're waiting to see what's next. Yeah, this one wants to come out. Okay, Five of Inspiration. I feel like you're trying different things, different options, like different avenues. It could be that there's some conflict here. It could be that you're trying different, like, creative expressions. And there's something clearly showing you like the same direction, if that makes sense. You could be trying to do something about reflection, or you're just testing something. It's coming through as humorous, like there's a girl making a random pose. Like, what about this? What about that? What about that? Yeah, you're coming through humorous. Cancer, mid-January. The Six of Materials in reverse, and the Knight of Emotions. So you're trying new things. I feel like you're asking for help, and not so much like you could be asking for help. You're trying to find balance within something. This card is coming out once again. You're saying, I found out this way to do it or that way to do it. But you're walking away because there's something clear to you that has to do with where you're going. So this isn't such a like a hardcore reading. This is more like, I decided that I feel comfortable with this. And so because of that, that's where I'm going. So you can't completely see everything so clearly, but you are learning. You're learning different angles that will help you to find balance that you know will work for you. Sometimes it feels like there's things that just throw things off balance. Or there's like something that kind of like throws things out of whack. I can't see you, but I'm trying. Letting it be like a long day's work. Page of Voices in reverse again. So this could be lack of communication, learning how to balance things and leaving them. Things seem balanced here though, for the most part. There's ways of communication that are conflicted. This is what is like showing that there's a clear path forward, that there's a decision, that there's clarity made, and you know to leave something as it is and not engage with it. Yeah, the Three of Inspiration, but this feels like really fun. I feel like you know that something isn't your future. You know that it isn't something that's going to be part of your future plans, because you continue to be turned like not it's like you lose interest in some way. So you can see clearly where something is turning in a different direction, especially with the world. It's like there's a transition of there's something else to be completed. The world and the Ace of Swords is like there's a clear lesson here. And so you're having fun in the meantime, is what it sounds like. I'm not getting the message that I want, so I'm just going to have fun in the meantime. So with that said, Cancer, thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been helpful, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.